Well, the sun's not even up yet. Tortoise Expeditioner is ready to go. Checklist is done. Today is a new day for two Sulcata tortoises that just need a forever home. That's what we do. About 6 hours and 350 miles. We're about 50 miles from home. This trip is almost over for these two. We went down to Southern California this morning to get these from a gentleman that has had them for at least 15 years in his backyard. A grass area with plenty of room to roam and graze. He was getting older and just wasn't able to care for them. And so he looked for somewhere that he felt was a good fit to take him, and he chose us. We gladly drove down to meet him, and now the long trip home to give these two guys an opportunity to be able to be tortoises. There's a lot of people that just don't understand why in the hell would you drive 400 miles without getting paid to go pick up somebody else's animals? Well, this is why. It took us a little bit of our time and a little bit of money to go down and give these two a life. And to us, that just makes sense. Anything else is crazy to us. We'd be a pretty crappy rescue if we told you, no, we can't provide your animal that nobody else will give a life to. We can't help them because you're 100 miles away. So we happily went down this morning to get these two guys. And now they will get to enjoy a natural life like a tortoise should. And we'll get to enjoy watching them go through that journey. Thanks for watching the video, and thanks for spending the time to come on this journey with us. We're going to get back in the Tortoise Expeditioner, get these guys home, and get them a warm bath. We've made it home, and just as promised, it's bath time. It's okay. It's all right. Oh, does that scare you? We've had them in the back of the Expeditioner in the sun with the heater on as well. And so I'm not worried about burning them with the water because they've been in the heated vehicle now for a few hours. They were cold when we got them. The gentleman brought them to us in the back of a pickup truck. And so they were pretty cold when we got them. And wash your face. As he gets soaked, let's go look at a couple other tortoises. Hello, Eve. This was our very first female sulcata, and we thought it was only fitting to name her Eve. These dark lines are the new growth, and you can see she is eating and growing, which has not always been the case. She is at least 8 years old, and when we got her, she weighed less than 5 pounds. She's another one with metabolic bone disease. You can see the shell caved in. And hello, Optimus. I know. We're going to give you love too. This tortoise is one of the most affectionate tortoises we've ever had. He genuinely seeks human attention, interaction, and touching. It is really a cool experience to have an animal that people think as dumb or not social, to be social. And obviously, that's my finger. Seek out your attention, not just for eating. Oh, are you hungry? Prime. You're not being a good boy on the video. I've put the larger one in here so I can give you a visual on the reason why tortoises should never be kept in pairs. These two tortoises were most likely brothers from the same clutch of eggs. The owner bought both of them when they were this big, and they were raised together in a backyard, first in a fish tank, then into the backyard. They got exactly the same everything. Why is this one so small? Well, it's not just because this is a smaller tortoise. If you have two tortoises together, whether it's in the fish tank, terrarium, your backyard, one of them is going to be the dominant and one of them is going to be the subordinate. And this is a visual representation of that. This tortoise, through tortoise psychology, we are not tortoise behaviorists or tortoise psychologists. we don't understand a lot of what their behavior is. However it has been done, this tortoise has let this tortoise know that he is the king and he is in charge. So this tortoise has not only gotten less food, most likely, but has been stressed out, most likely, its entire life, because it's always being kept in the classroom with the school bully, which in this case happens to be its brother. Now, this isn't just because these are two brothers. You could take two babies from two different clutches of eggs, put them together, and this is most likely exactly what is going to happen. This is why it is not recommended to have tortoises in pairs. Now, there are some species of tortoise, such as the Sulcata here, that do well in groups, but they need to be in large numbers and large spaces. 2, no way. 3, you might, but most likely not going to be a positive. 4 tortoises, a little bit better. 5, 6, now we're talking, okay. And there's a lot of factors that go into that, but one of them is, instead of this tortoise only seeing this tortoise and picking on this tortoise all the time, even during the act of picking on this tortoise is going to see another tortoise and then want to investigate and see what's going on, and will stop intimidating or bullying this tortoise and go to look at the other tortoise. And so the more tortoises there are, the better off you're going to do. There's another very, very stark contrast in these two tortoises, and some of you may have already noticed this. You see how wide this dark line of new keratin growth is? Look at this, guys. It's almost non-existent. And that shows you how much more this guy has been growing than this guy. Now, the previous owner said that he, didn't understand why this one was so much smaller. And when we explained to him the situation, it was kind of a shock. And that is not neglect per se on the previous owner's part. It was something he didn't understand. He didn't know that what he was doing wasn't the best. But at least now he's made that decision, and these tortoises are going to get exactly that, the best. There's so many tortoises that will never, ever have that opportunity. So this is a positive. Huh. Hi, Bowser.